Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Sports of SHSU All Access. And we're here with two very special guests to help us kick it off. We got Trevor Williams, linebacker for the Sam Houston Bearcats, and we also got wide receiver Tony Williams for the Sam Houston Bearcats. Guys, how y'all doing today?
Good, man.
Doing good.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, for sure. So super glad y'all can be on our very first guest, and we're going to get it started right here. So I just want to kick it off with, man, how did y'all get to Sam Houston? I know y'all are brothers. Y'all both went to A&M Consolidated. Tony, I know you went to Trinity Valley, but how did y'all both kind of end up at Sam Houston and to get to where y'all are today?
So I guess I'll go first since I'm the oldest, I guess. Most people don't know that, but I am the oldest, by the way. But I graduated in 2017 at A&M Consolidated in College Station. That as far as the recruiting process towards my senior year, it was really kind of slow. I got a lot of D3 opportunities, D3 offers, a couple D2 offers, and a couple other preferred walk-ons by other FCS and FBS schools. But I just wasn't really comfortable with all those. I was actually thinking about going to Midwestern State. That was really thinking about going there. I had took an official visit and thought about signing there, but throughout that whole process, man, I never wanted to settle. Like I knew I could play Division I football, and I just wanted to have that opportunity. So I didn't end up signing on signing day, and I just kind of went along during my last semester of my senior year. And just kept on working out and see whatever popped up. And actually, my Trevor's head coach, he wasn't my head coach. He had just moved in. He had a lot of connections to different junior colleges, and so he's the one that got me into Trinity Valley. So I got to Trinity Valley, did my 2 years there, enjoyed every minute of it, enjoyed the highs and definitely some lows, but definitely more highs than lows, but enjoyed the whole process, the whole journey. And again, I still didn't really have that many offers after junior college. I had some D2 offers and some other D1 FCS interests, but no D1 offers. And by this time, Trevor was already at Sam. He had been there for a semester. And so they knew Trevor well. They knew how hard he worked and everything. And so Trevor kind of got me in connects with Coach Hensley there, the linebacker coach. And he hit me up and they told me, that was like, man, if you're anything like Trevor, then we'll be more than happy to take you. And so they ended up taking me then, and that's how I got here now. I've been here since 2019 and enjoyed every minute of it. So
good stuff. Good story. What about you, Trevor?
Yeah, so coming out of high school, kind of pretty much similar to Tony. Wasn't getting a whole lot of looks, just like some D3, maybe D2 schools. But I was not even honestly trying to entertain that. I knew, my worth. I knew my capabilities. I knew what I was able to do, what level I was able to play at. So I was trying to go D1. Didn't get any offers, but thanks to my coach, Coach Fedora, that's the coach Tony is talking about. He got in connects with coaches here at Sam, Coach Archer and Coach Hensley, and like I said, they took me on, and when I heard that opportunity, I ran with it. I took it, and like I said, I knew I was going to have to work. Being a walk-on, that is, like I said, it's not easy. That's something not everybody can do. Just understand you got to put 10 times more effort in everything you do, just to get your name out there, just to get noticed by everybody that's there on the team. So understanding all the work that I was going to have to put in, it's nothing new for me. So making sure I did everything I needed to do, take care of my business in school, and do everything I can on the field and the weight room and things like that, to kind of get my name around the team and things like that. And like I said, making plays as I continue to get opportunities. So that's kind of how I got here, and I'm proud of every moment that I've had here.
Yeah, and I know Sam Houston faithful's proud of y'all. We wouldn't have a national championship without you two. So super grateful to have the Williams brothers. And speaking of brothers, you guys are one of many sets of brothers on the Sam Houston team that have come through the the program, that are on the program, that will come through the program. So what's it like having the brother on the team? Do y'all, I know y'all are on different sides of the ball, but what's that kind of like having each other there every day?
Man, it's something that I've always dreamed about. Like ever since we were little, just dreaming about playing football together. You know, we've always, pretty much every level we've been at in our lives, every phase of our lives, our football careers, we've always played together. And I know it gets harder and harder once you reach higher levels. And so, like for us to have the opportunity to play Division I football on the same team is really a dream come true, and it's a blessing. Um, just to be able to have your best friend on the team, someone that you grew up with, somebody that you love, and that you know is going to have your back, and you know you're going to have theirs at any point in time. So it's just really a blessing, man, and I couldn't be more thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feeling just understanding like not I mean there's a lot of people who have brothers who both play football, but not many people have that opportunity, you know, to play with their brother, like you said, at the Division I level. So, you know, being able to have that opportunity, you know, I certainly don't take it for granted. I'm, you know, very appreciative. I'm thankful, and it's an amazing experience, unforgettable experience, you know, and that's something you can't beat.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I got a funny story. I had Trevor and Tony in class my senior year. So it was a little over a year ago now. And I was like, dang, these guys are really good friends. And then I was like, oh, they're both on the football team. And then I was like, oh, dang, they're brothers. So, I mean, even if y'all weren't brothers, y'all seem like y'all are best friends,
Oh
which
yeah,
is really cool to see. It was really cool to just be a part of it, to get to know you guys a year or two ago. So that's just a really cool experience I got to see. So a little bit of football. So what was this off season like for you guys? First off season in 2-3 years. Just talk about what that was like. Maybe some things y'all wanted to improve on, some weaknesses y'all wanted to shore up. Just what this first true off season in the last couple of years was like.
man. I mean, it actually felt different. It felt good, but like different at the same time because it feel like it's been forever since we had a full off season. But like for me personally, I love the off season. I almost love it just as much as the season, just because it's like I'm a worker, I'm a grinder. I love to work on my craft, and now having this opportunity, it gave me this it gave me time to really work on the things that I got to work on, especially since this is my last year or our last year coming up. So I was really excited for it. Um, one of the goals, I had a lot of goals for this season. I wanted to work on just building muscle, getting bigger. I also wanted to work on my my straight line speed. So I was able to, Coach Parker, the whole entire weight room staff, strength staff, they've done a great job at just making sure we work on a lot of speed mechanics and everything. Just a lot of things that to transfer straight onto the field. And the lifting phase. They know exactly what I need because I'm very in communication with all the strength staff there, and so they really push me. And you know, they know that I'm one of the leaders on the team, and so they push me to, you know, that extra mile in almost every workout. And so it's really nice to be held accountable to that kind of standard. And so they really look up to me to also be, you know, that extra extension of a coach. So that's also what I've been trying to do. Just been trying to encourage other people. You know, not really just this main office, and really this wasn't about myself, but just mainly being able to encourage others and to just show that I can be a leader as well. Coming into my last year, so
Yeah, I would also say, you know, just for me, the off season actually it's been helpful. Like Tony said, also a little different just because, you know, a year ago we were just getting done with the spring season national championship and literally like a few weeks off, maybe a month, and we're right back at it getting ready for the next season. So it's definitely a change up. I really forgot how off season really worked. Kind of you got a much longer time, you know, to get back healthy and to work on the things that you know you need to work on, you know, to get ready for the next season. So for me personally, you know, obviously always trying to get bigger and stronger, specifically me, faster, be able to, you know, make plays, you know, quicker into the backfield, even more sideline to sideline. Also, just understanding, we lost a lot of guys, seniors and transfer portal. So we have a lot of new guys on the team. So just trying to get everybody, in together and comfortable with all the other players in the system, and just trying to get everybody up to speed, with our culture and and what we do here at Sam. So it's definitely been a different off season. I mean, it's usually that's how a usual off season would go, but definitely a change up compared to last year.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of change, on the offensive side of the ball, there was a lot of change on the coaching staff. Tony, on your side of the ball, Brian Carty leaving to go to Delaware, much of the offensive staff going to Delaware. So now John Perry is the offensive coordinator, and now Jacoby Walker is now your position group coach with the wide receivers. So what has that been like with the new staff coming in? And then how has that changed the offense, or has it changed the offense with the new coaching staff?
Yeah, man, it's really been a major transition, especially because I know some of the coaches really came in late, as far as well, actually they came in late, and then plus we moved our spring practices earlier to like mid-February, something like that. So it was a real quick change as far as heading in the spring football and everything, and learning the new offense and stuff like that. But and those guys have been wonderful, man. I've learned so much this past semester with the new offense. Coach Perry, he's so knowledgeable with the game of football, especially with him coming from the Houston Texans, being the receiver coach there. Man, I've learned so much about just about receiver play in general that I didn't know before, and I'm thankful for that. Coach Walk, he's been amazing. He really gives us a chance to, he can really relate to us just because he hasn't been too far removed from college himself, being able to play quarterback, running back, and wide receiver all during his collegiate career. So I was really able, the whole receiver corps was really able to relate to him. And he does a great job pushing us, and he demands excellence in everything that we do, whether it's we're walking around in slides, which he hates. He hates us wearing slides. Whether we're getting our catches in, and just the little things that he really harps on. He makes sure that we're achieving a standard of excellence in everything that we do. So yeah, I'm really blessed to have those two. We're all still learning. We're all still trying to grasp the whole concept of the offense as a whole, because it is a little bit more complex because it's coming from an NFL mind, and so we really have to really make sure that we're on with our keys, really knowing how the defense reacts. I think that's what this spring taught me the most about with this offense, is really getting to understand how defenses are now, not just worrying about what I have to do, but worrying about what defense is doing. So being able to grasp that knowledge and apply that, that's been huge. So I'm really looking forward. I think that this offense is going to be great. We have some great players, some great keys. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think we all are. And the Sam Houston offense has definitely been something to watch over the course of the past 10, 15 years. And I expect nothing less this year. I know we got you, and I'm sure you're going to play a big role this year. I was really impressed with you last year with the time you got. I know you had about 100 yards, and I know you had a touchdown. I can't remember who it was against, but yeah. But yeah, I was impressed, man. I know y'all got Alvante, you got Ife, you got Cody. And then Noah, Zach. So I mean, the weapons just go on forever. So I'm super excited to see what y'all can do this year on the offensive side of the ball. And now for Trevor. Trevor, you came in as a walk-on. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Kind of how has your role evolved as you come in? Started as a walk-on. I believe you were on, I think it's the Culture Council or Leadership Council. In the past, you were out there for the coin toss for the national championship game. So kind of talk about your evolution, kind of like as a player and then as a leader also.
Yeah, man, it's actually crazy. But at the same time, just me knowing myself personally, I'm not surprised. Just because, it's always been a goal of mine. So, coming as a walk-on, it's definitely tough. But just knowing what I'm capable of. My goal was, to earn a scholarship. And so coming into that first year is definitely some ups and downs. Then that second year, in the off season, things like that, really working, really grinding. And it was, I want to say that was right before COVID. So like January 2020, got a call from Coach Hensley, just kind of letting me know that I'm on full scholarship. And that's probably one of the best calls I've ever received. That's something that I've been working on, for so long. And just to see that happen, and really probably a year and a half, maybe close to 2, but just having that happen, man, that was unbelievable. And just, I guess from that, just seeing the progress in myself, from being a walk-on to, being part of leadership council and being voted captain, the past 2 seasons, man, that's something I do not take lightly. And I'm, very appreciative of my teammates. I guess just because I guess they see, the work that I've put in, the effort I put in, outside the field, classroom, in the weight room, and just, my play on the field. I think that, speaks for itself in terms of that. So, I'm thankful for them for, putting their trust into me, to be their leader and things like that. So, it's definitely come full circle. I'm appreciative, of everybody. And it's, like I said, it's definitely amazing. I'm looking for some more.
Absolutely. Speaking of looking for some more, what are some goals you are looking to obtain this year? Could be a statistical goal, maybe a personal goal, an academic goal. What are some things you'll have in mind for this next year?
Well, going to my last year, especially since throughout my career I haven't been able to play as much as I would like to, but especially since this is my last year, I really just want to enjoy it. Just enjoy the moment, enjoy the process, because like I said, I know many guys, especially in my high school or just surrounding areas, that maybe didn't even finish college or didn't even have the opportunity to play college football. And so for me to be able to play, 6 years in Division I collegiate football, man, I'm just thankful for the journey. So I really just want to spend this last year and just to enjoy the moment, every single moment that I have. Get to play A&M first game in my hometown. So it's like, man, you can't close out a ending better than that. So just trying to enjoy it. Personally, I just want to be able to be dependable with our offensive staff. I want them to know that they can put me anywhere, because I'll be able to grasp the concept of the offense. And you can really put me anywhere. And you know what you're going to get. You're going to get somebody who's going to be consistent and who's going to try their hardest on every single play, no matter where you line me up. So whether that's outside or in the slot, on offense, I just want to be dependable, and just be able to play anywhere where the coaches need me. I want to lead the team in the least amount of drops. That's the one personal goal that I have, and also be one of the top leaders on the team as far as yards per catch. So those two are also some more personal goals, but mainly I just want to be dependable, just be able to play everywhere for this offense, and be able to have the coaches put me wherever they need me to play. So yeah, that's the more important part for me.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, I would say some goals personally, just kind of understanding, with this year, being in transition going into FBS and understanding our schedule. My goal personally is, I want to play at the next level. I want to play, in the NFL professionally. So, just taking care of, what I need to, on the field. I want to be an All-American. I would like to, continue, to elevate my game. Really, really shine this year in terms of making plays on the field. And like Tony said, having the opportunity to play, teams like A&M, you can't beat that. So, having that level of play, that's the perfect time, to show what you got. And show who you are as a football player. So that's definitely a goal of mine, this year, just to elevate my game, to the next level and show, scouts and teams, what I can really do, despite any of the quote unquote downsides that I may have in my game, which is my size and things like that. So that's one. And then I guess more of a overall team goal level, I guess you can say is, along with the FBS transitioning, just continue to do my part, to take Sam to the next level, going up into CUSA. I want to make sure I do my part, to continue to leave a legacy and continue to elevate this program in, the best way that I can. So.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And man, I look forward to seeing both of y'all out there accomplishing these goals on and off the field for sure. A couple more questions here before we wrap it up. Next question, what is your favorite play or memory or moment as a player? It could be like an individual play. I know the national championship is probably up there, but what is something you'll always remember, or a player always remember? It could even be something off the field with your teammates, but you'll always remember from being a Bearcat.
This is actually one of the receivers just brought it up the other day. This happened. This was the first back from winning the Natty in the spring, and we had our first fall camp practice for the 2021 season in the fall. It was literally one of the first plays we were doing. We're basically doing offense, defense walkthrough, OD walkthrough. We were just going over plays, and I was in, and I had a go route or something, and they threw it, and I think it had just rained the day before, and so they threw it, and the pole vault mats were still kind of right outside the end zone, and it was a big puddle of water sitting in the middle of the pole vault mat, and I forget who threw it. It was Eric or Keegan or something like that. They threw it. I ran the go route, caught it, and I looked, and I seen the pad already right there. I didn't know there was any water in there though. I just jumped on the pad, and then there was so much water the pad had sunk down, and I didn't see the water. I started sliding down and slid off straight into the water, and so I was literally soaked on the first day of practice. So it was something like that. That was just real funny to me, but I just thought, man, it's like you can't get these stories anywhere else besides, playing football
Right.
at Houston State, man. So that was just a real memorable moment for me, funny moment that I'll probably never forget.
Yeah. Did they give you the next playoff or something, or did they?
Oh yeah, they was like, man, it was clowning me. Luckily, I had my gloves were all wet, my shorts. I wouldn't even worry about my shorts, but it was like, what did they say? It was like, dang, Tony, already? I was like, man.
Yeah, 1 or 2 practices in.
I know, I'm already soaked. I was like, I'm probably gonna get soaked anyway like this because of the sweat and how hot it was. But no, man, that was a funny moment. So
yeah, for sure, something you always remember because that's not something you see every day.
Oh yeah.
I guess I would say, going back and looking at the spring season, obviously when we won the national championship, going back and looking from that, if you go back when we played SELA, Southeastern Louisiana, our first defensive drive, I remember I had made the very first tackle, for defense for us, tackle for loss or whatever, very first play of the season, and then go through all the season, all the crazy playoff games, the national championship, and without even realizing it, I made the final tackle in the national championship game, me and Klopp. So I guess that's kind of just like a testament, everything just comes full circle, from making the very first play, of the season to the very last, for the national championship. So I'll never forget those 2 moments for sure.
Yeah, man, I didn't even know that, and I'm sure that's a story not a lot of people outside the team. You kind of just bookended everything, started it off and then finished it off. And to finish it off here, so what are some plans y'all have for after football? What are you guys majoring in? I know y'all are both working on your masters right now. I know, Trevor, you talked about possibly going pro. So what are y'all's plans and what are y'all looking at after y'all graduate this year?
Yeah. So for me, like you said, we're planning on finishing up our masters in the spring. So we'll take we'll finish it. We'll finish our last season this coming up fall, and then we'll just have one semester in the spring to finish up our masters. So for me, I'm just really just gonna just let the chips fall. So if whatever God blesses me with, on this last season, I'm just gonna take it and roll with it. Right now, I do plan on participating in our pro day. So depending on how how successful I am, I'll probably train for that over the winter and the spring, and participate in our pro day in the spring probably. Depending on how that goes, whatever scouts do or whatever chances, opportunities I get at the next level, we're just gonna let whatever happens. I do plan on outside of that, like working with my dad. We own a roofing company, construction company, so I plan on maybe helping him out with that, and eventually learning the ropes so I can maybe potentially take that over one day in the near future. So those are kind of the two main options right now. But like I said, just gonna let the chips fall and just do my best this season, and just enjoy the moment once again. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, my goals kind of, after this season, I definitely want to, play at the next level, play in the NFL. So, just like I said, after this season, start prepping. Hopefully I get into any of the senior bowls or something like that. And, just, show my talents at one of those bowl games. Like Tony said, train, get ready to train for pro day. Just like I said, make sure I'm working, prepping for that day, because that'll definitely be a big day. Just outside of that football, similar to what Tony said, going to most likely, go back and work with my dad. Just kind of start up this family business of this roofing company. Like I said, we're finishing up our masters right now, so kind of have an understanding of how business works, and all the past years, just kind of doing some things here and there with my dad over the summers and things like that in terms of the roofing company. So kind of have some knowledge on that. So that'll probably be something I definitely start doing, after football.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that's all the questions we got, and I appreciate you guys a lot for being our first guest on All Access, Sports of SHSU All Access. Appreciate getting to know you guys more as brothers, as teammates, as Bearcats. So I appreciate everything that y'all have done, and I know we're super excited to see y'all do some big things this year. I'm going to drop Tony and Trevor's information, socials in the description below. Y'all go follow them as the season goes on, see what's going on with them. And thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on episode 2.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.